Ready to start this thing, let's do it. Three, two, one, go. How you doing, Andy?
Not too bad. This is, which match is this? Holy crap, it's been like a month.
Semifinals, lower bracket. 3 left.
Oh, wow.
Whoever plays this is in the finals, and then whoever wins that plays against the team that has not lost yet. And if they lose, we'll have another game on our hands, but we did have a while to go to get one of those matches set up. It finally happened.
Couple left. Then we'll have the champion.
The one that happened last week, the one we've been waiting on. 2-second difference.
Wow.
I had to go back and see who started first, and it ended up being a 4-second difference.
Did it come down to like both teams just finishing really close together, or was there a really close average?
Yep, 4 seconds was the average.
Wow.
We'll lay in a room on both teams here.
Get that guaranteed money. I think I saw the bow in the library there. We'll have to come back there once we get some boots. Yep, that is indeed the bow. Gamercal picking up some bombs. Tojso doing the same. MaltZi opting for the hidden bomb house. Pick up some bombs there instead. You just need one and you're good.
It's always interesting to see the different ways people roll the start of this thing.
Yep. Tojso's immediately going for Sashrala, possibly Eastern Palace. Gamercal meanwhile going for the dam area.
Let's play something a little bit more, a little jumping here.
What are you talking about? It's almost Halloween. It's perfect.
That's true.
Oh, it's pronounced like Tojso? I was never sure about that.
Yep.
Usernames are a hell of a thing.
I got a pronunciation guide for a couple players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like Tojso is immediately heading into the Eastern Palace.
Tairr has to do something I've run into more and more the more of these I play lately, is this bombs in this Moldorm cave thing. This is his only weapon, and you have to cook the bombs so that you can hit the worms without wasting all your bombs, because you don't want to... He's having a bad time because the RNG they're just not running into them, and you can kind of control it, but now he's really short on
really
bombs.
good timing on the cook.
Yeah.
Well, Tairr got some really nice finds. He found some boots and the flute. Flutes and boots. So both teams will have boots and will have access to the bow as soon as they want.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to run the tracker for gamercal. I gotta get on that.
They're turning on their flute. Now, while they have the boots, they don't have the sword, which means they can't just run around freely. They're gonna have to be careful and watch out for enemies. Is that the Silver's an Ice Cave? That looked like Yep, that is definitely Silver's an Ice Cave.
That's a good
Tojso
start.
finds
And
a
we know where
sword
the
in
bow
Eastern
is.
Palace.
The
Lots
bow
of
is
really good
already...
starts here.
Everyone's good. Tojso is in here, but he doesn't have the bow. So that's a bit of an error.
They went straight into the Eastern Palace before it was known that they could get the bow.
Yeah.
They're just going to try and clear out the easy stuff. Maybe get some money from the back room, as possible.
The game didn't help them out very much with that free bow. Fake flippers on gamercal. Tairr found the sword.
Oh, that's 2 known swords already. Don't even require any items, you can just run up and pick them up whenever you want. So each team only knows where 1 sword is, so we won't have a master sword just yet.
10 bombs under the bridge. Not gonna fake flipper over to... The problem with fake flippers for the other 3 items is that you can't access a lot of them without the Moon Pearl, and you need 500 for Zora, so there's really no reason to go up there yet, even though he could with the same trick. I am still on Mario Odyssey, my bad.
Eastern Palace is absolutely loaded this run. We got the mirror and the sword. Really good idea to go there as soon as possible.
In the back of Escape.
Not a whole lot in the back, but it did get some bombs for gamercal. It saves the trouble of getting around. Go buy some more. Big 20 in the old Bonk Cave.
I haven't seen that kid with a hat in a while.
We're going to grab the silvers. Meanwhile, MaltZi's going to check the woodcutter's cave.
There's a sword for gamercal. Red team's about to find their sword too.
And that'll be a master sword upgrade for Tojso if he decides to jump up in there.
Love these seeds where you get the boots and the flute early. Now, of course, that means that they might need to check Tower Hera and get up there on the mountain and check all that stuff out, because the flute will let them do that.
Yep.
It's either the flute or the lamp, and if it's the lamp, then it's the gloves that will let you get up there, and usually that's where you want to go when you have the hook shot of the hammer. We still don't have that part yet.
Well, Tairr does have the gloves. I don't know if they were in the lake cave. Definitely marked it off on the tracker. Second bottle kid, see what he's got. Just a piece of hearts. Okay, there's confirmation the gloves were in Lake Cave. There's so many good items going everywhere, it's hard to keep track of them all.
Yep, this start is a frenzy. Right from the boots location, you can just hop down there and get yourself the freaking bow. Fire shield already for gamercal. Put it on his flute.
Now they don't yet have a source of fire, so they may not be able to fully complete Hera.
Yeah, that's miserable, but it's true. And the odds of it are... I feel like they're like 1 in 3. With where that big key's gonna put. If the game decides that it's going to put it in the basement instead of one of the other 2 chests. But if it does that, it has to give you a small key. So I'm not actually sure what exactly the percent is on that. It just seems like I would go in there and hope for the best. You're probably going to get 1 item at least, even if you can't clear it.
Yeah, because there's currently no way into Desert Palace yet, so
there's a
it'll
lamp.
have to be either Eastern. Oh, nice. From the mushroom trade.
I've seen the lamp be put in Turtle Rock way too many times lately, so it's nice to see. It's refreshing to see that it's at the Witch where you can flute over there and get it in 2 seconds real quick. MaltZi already has the fighter sword. Master sword, I mean.
Probably gonna try and run it and grab the crystal from here, because I believe it is Desert Palace that is a crystal or a pendant dungeon here.
I have never seen what gamercal just did before. That was a crazy trick.
Oh.
Took off running as soon as he hit the water, and he is already on water walking mode. That's very interesting. That's a technique I've never seen before.
It's a whole lot of life for it.
Has the money for Zora. We're going to see that right now, too. And we're going to see what's on the sledge. Gotta be careful not to go on top of the green here. If you step on the land, you'll run the bug and step out and not be able to do it as quickly. Mm-hmm. The deep water he runs on fastest, actually. Zora's a scam, 20 rupees. That's right, Spooty, we're not done yet. We had a match not too long ago, and it kind of set things moving again. This is the semifinals for the lower brackets. Whoever wins this will be in the finals match against Alucard and Anaconda. And whoever wins that is up against Problems and Spooty. I'm pretty sure gamercal's got the bow with silver arrows. No arrows, though. You're not going to get a closer match than that one. It was down to... I had to make the call on... of course, I just used SRL rules. There was a glitch or two on the green team. Like, they got hung up on Gan and like the door didn't open right away. They lost because of that. Because they were 2 seconds behind at the end of it. And they had a glitch where one of the players wasn't standing in the right spot and the door didn't open right away. And it totally just cost them the game. Like, because they were... Yeah. They only lost by 2 seconds. The team.
Yep. Had that happen to me once before. I've had that weird bug.
A couple of things like that happened, and I mean, they didn't finish. I have to go by when they finished.
Ganon's garage door opener broke.
It was insanely close. Any minor thing at all, like, not even falling to, like, the boss or something, just walking through a room a little bit faster would have made a difference in that race.
Yep.
2 seconds
in the validation chest, maybe.
Yeah. It really would have, the validation chest. I don't know if anyone opened it or not, but it would have made a huge difference in that one. Gamercal taking a death to teleport back to the start so he could do the rest of Escape. He's missing the chest in the dark, and sometimes it pays off. I like to go for it. I've learned how to do it. I've had darkness runs pay off big time for me. I've done just about every dark room there is. And I've gotten so used to doing them that I've seen it. It just seems like a risk worth taking almost all the time. If you're good at it, you don't lose any time. And with boots and sword, you can see where you're at pretty easily. Don't have to worry about running into enemies. You can just dash right through them.
Down to the snake hallway. It's in the chest room.
Yeah, this is the hard part, for some reason. These hallways are bigger than they look in the dark. Bigger than you remember. They're like 6 tiles wide, not 3. I thought there were 3. I thought it would be easy to find that chest, but it was a bit of hassle.
Unfortunately, it's just a 3-bomb chest, so the gamble did not pay off. Didn't waste too much time, though. As long as it doesn't finish 4 seconds apart, we'll be okay. Like tojso is going to be the first one up on Death Mountain here.
The game really wants them to do that. If they don't find the hammer and the moon pearl too, soon, Aghanim is going to be mandatory. It looks like, I think he is, honestly, because they got the lamp and they got the way in, and that early lamp to me makes me worry that Aghanim is mandatory. As much as I enjoy having the lamp, that's kind of the downside of it, honestly. I don't see the other items coming out of, like, what's left. They need the hammer and or the Titan mitts and the moon pearl. They still need 2 things.
Yeah, they're gonna need that pearl.
I don't think they have a choice here. I think they have to do it. I think something's on the pyramid. Maybe Tower of Hera has it, but if Tower of Hera does not have... It honestly has to have them both. I mean, there's the desert cave, maybe.
Is it possible for the moon pearl to be in the Super Bunny cave on Death Mountain? On Dark Death Mountain?
You wouldn't be able to get up there, I don't think. I mean, if you had Titan mitts...
You can open the 2 chests if you had Titan mitts. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, would it be possible for that to happen?
I'm not sure. I wonder if they let you do that. I kind of doubt it. I feel like that's a minor glitch. I don't think they'd do that. I would assume they wouldn't. I'd probably lose the race because they do, but I don't think they would.
Okay, Problems is saying it can't be in Super Bunny, and I definitely trust him over my experience, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a minor glitch. To trick the game into thinking you are Moon Pearl when you're not. Our players are climbing Tower of Hera. They got 5 rupees for their troubles, and that honestly is kind of... I think Aghanim is required. I don't see how he couldn't be. That's a pain. They're all going to be doing it too.
Unless it's like vanilla Moon Pearl at this point, it's going to have to be.
Even if it is. I mean, I hope it is, so that they can do something after Aghanim's dead. Because right now, it's going to be extremely locked up. At least if the Moon Pearl's here, they can head to Palace of Darkness or something and do something. They can. Everyone's going to be on the same path here for a while, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to have to go for Aghanim, I think. Because Moon Pearl is not in Tower of Hera unless Moldorm is going to drop it. But even then...
They can do the basement.
Get around.
Because they have the lamp. So that's good.
Oh yeah, that's true. They haven't done the basement yet.
I think they might have to if... because they only got the 5 rupees so far. Moldorm has been giving me a lot of trouble lately. I don't know why. This freaking boss. tojso's trying to deal with him and he's just going berserk on him. There he goes. Tairr takes a death. Moldorm is on a rampage. Fire shield up here. Well, gamercal's gonna have the mirror shield. There is no hammer to be found. There's no Moon Pearl. There's no Titan mitts. This is definitely an Aghanim seed.
We're gonna kill a wizard. Yep, looks like MaltZi's already headed in. Not even wasting any time.
Where do they go after that? Because Where the heck are the items? The moon pearl pretty much has to be on the pyramid in this case, right? Or was it on the... I didn't see what was on the woodcutter's ledge.
I didn't see it either.
That might be something. And if that's true, then they know about it. It was 50 rupees on the lumberjack's list, so I don't know where the moon pearl is, but they can't do anything else without it, so it's just probably just sitting on the pyramid unless all 4 players missed it. I don't think that happened. That's pretty unlikely.
Not at this level, I would doubt it.
What can they do in the dark world with what they have? They can warp with the mirror, but that's not going to get them anywhere either. They need access somewhere.
I do like the trick MaltZi's doing where he bangs on the side of the pillar there to attract the guard's attention. They do actually react to sound in this game. It's a really tiny, tiny detail that a lot of people will miss.
Oh yeah? I'll
Pretty
mess
ahead
with
of
that.
its
I want to
time.
see that.
MaltZi's just deleting these guards at the end, not even going to risk it.
Gamercal has to go pick up his lamp with the mushroom here, which will put him in Agadam's last. You do not want to do that dungeon without the lamp, especially when you know where it is. No reason to bother with that. Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I had Link to the Past on my broadcasts, I was just doing some SRL races 2 days ago, and one of my friends playing Warframe posted me for 6,000 viewers. I was just sitting here racing, knowing that I had 4 digits of viewers. Just, oh, well.
Oh, I think they were probably doing the achievement thing where, like, you just have to watch the broadcast and you get items in the game.
Oh, they definitely were. But it was still booming in here because like 30% of that audience was actually talking.
Oh yeah, no, every stream I watched would have like thousands and thousands of people. If you were just doing achievements, all those heroes who just, I'm just gonna make a new account every 30 minutes and speedrun a ton of achievements to get people free items, and it worked. Like, I was watching him, I want to get free stuff in Warframe, and it worked.
What is on the pyramid ledge? Titan mitts. Okay, so what the heck
Right.
does that do? That lets them go to Mire, and that will let them check Checkerboard Cave, and the moon pearl's there.
Could also do the Desert Palace now as well.
That's right. They got a couple options. Titan mitts really opens up a lot of places. I mean, the moon pearl could be in a dozen places. Checkerboard Cave isn't the only. I just kind of assume it is, but it could be in like King's Tomb now. They could check that, for example. It could be there. It could be in one of the dungeons that just opened up. It's taking a long time to find this moon pearl. That's always annoying when you can't do anything in the dark world.
Mm-hmm.
They do have access to desert with that. I'm trying to think of what else they could do.
Looks like MaltZi is going for King's Tomb right now. We'll see if it's in there. Oh, there's powder. Could be in the Bat Cave. Actually, no, you can't hammer down the peg yet.
Yeah, can't do anything with that yet. If they had the moon pearl, they could, but that's what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MaltZi is probably going to check Checkerboard now.
I would assume it's in there, but if it's not, it's got to be in the desert. It's got to show up soon. They can't keep going much longer without it. This just doesn't work. You can't... Oh, this freaking bird is going to kill him if he's not careful. The green armor.
3 hearts of damage.
Yeah, I looked up all the enemy names not too long ago, and I forget what that one's called. There's some really goofy names in this game.
Is it a rope?
No, a rope is a snake. And a style rope is an evil snake. But don't get them mixed up with ropas or popos, because those are completely different. 20 rupees in the checkerboard cave. Desert is my guess then.
I think it would have to be desert at this point, right?
Not necessarily. It really depends on what the heck's in here. Like, they could get something to open up another dungeon in here, like the hammer, and then it could be on the mountain.
That's true. It could potentially be a little breadcrumb.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the path to get it, but it's not necessarily going to show up next. As soon as it shows up, the whole world will open up. It's sitting on the ledge, and there it is. It's freaking moon pearl.
Ah. Nice toasted pearl.
Who put that there?
A jerk. Alright, well that opens up a ton of stuff.
With that, they finally have world access, and they've already got the Titan myths, so they're able to do pretty much everything, and they killed Aghanim, so they can already get to Palace of Darkness and stuff too. Both sides of the world are open with that done. This is Mushroom Gamercal on his way. I'm gonna take a look at what the pendants are, so that we're clear on that. What dungeons do we need to do? Courage is desert. Power is Total Rock. And Palace of Darkness is wisdom, so Total Rock, Desert, and Palace of Darkness are out. Hopefully. Well, we know Desert isn't completely out, but it's the green pendant.
I'm wondering if MaltZi's just gonna pick it up while they're there.
They might. Green pendant. They don't have a... I feel like they got better stuff to do, especially since they got both items already.
No, it looks like tojso is gonna finish off desert and MaltZi's gonna head somewhere else.
There is an item on that green pendant, but who knows what the heck it is. They got a lot of options now. They're no longer just running down the same road.
Mm-hmm. Like we got the blue mail in the Misery Mire cave.
Moon Pearl sighted on green team. There's no way you'd play 2 versus 2 the same way you play 1-on-1. Absolutely no way. You get so much more information in this. You're gonna open up, hopefully way less chests. Ideally, a fraction of as many as you would normally open, and that's gonna speed you up alone. Being able to go mode dungeons, guaranteed at least 3. At least 3, because your partner will have done them. So you're gonna just know exactly what to do.
MaltZi having a little bit of trouble with that chest in the bomb house. You got it though.
Difficulty definitely goes up with this, that's true, because one of the players usually is the one who finds all the hearts, and the other player doesn't get that kind of help. They just have to deal with no armor, no health, because they didn't want to go pick them up. Why would you? If you know,
yeah.
You just kind of try and survive. I mean, it's the same problem that you have when you have a really good seed. You just don't get anything survival-based, because you don't need that. So, you're simulating a good seed in that case, sort of, by not picking up bad items.
Blacksmith has piece of heart. Like Toyso's heading to Skull Woods. Check
Gonna
out
see,
what's in there.
You want to see a powder check? See, this is interesting because MaltZi could have taken the chest. The chest will follow you into that pit.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he knows that.
You might have other plans.
Yeah, might not be doing the chest right now. If he was, save some time by doing it that way. 20 rupees from the bat.
Money well spent.
Well, that's just great.
Like Tairr and Tojso are both checking Skull Woods. And while gamercal just kind of grabbing that blue mail, picking up some safety hearts.
Blue mail's nice. That's gonna help everybody out here.
Yeah, life totals are kind of low right now, so especially with Dark World enemies, they tend to do a lot more damage.
Is he gonna turn in the green pendant? Yes, he is. I wonder if the red team bothered yet. I didn't see it.
Gamercal looks like they might be going to turn it in now.
Yep. Maybe doing Eastern, because they haven't done that much, have they? Maybe they did. I don't think gamercal did.
Yeah, you don't
Hammer.
have them marked on the tracker, so I don't think you have.
Nothing for the green pendant. Desert is useless, and hammer is in blinds, right in the dungeon where you'd want it, so they can finish the whole dungeon, get that chest at the bottom. I hate skipping that chest.
Really nice.
I hate more than any chest in the game. That one, when I have to go back down there and get that one, I hate it so much. I worry so much that it's gonna have something good when I skip it. It's happened once or twice, and I'll never forget. $300 in the chest game is actually pretty handy because now I can afford the digging game. Tojso took a death. I'm not sure where he died, but it was in the overworld somewhere, unfortunately. It's a pretty nasty place to die unless it was intentional. I figure green team will be heading into blinds soon as well. And that hammer is going to open up a lot of places. It's going to open up... Ice Palace can be cleared. As soon as they find the fire rod. But, I can't do Swamp yet. There's the book. I didn't see the book when MaltZi was running through here.
It was in just one of the other 4 chests near the start.
Yep. I'll just give him more stuff to check. You can't do anything in Skullwoods yet. Everybody's in blinds. Everybody's here. It's blind time.
It's a place to be. We got hammers, we got books, we got everything, baby.
Party time, blinds. Four racers sharing 2 strategies, all involve blind at the same time. Gonna find out what's in that big chest.
Is it worth it? You can catch some fairies, catch a bee.
Everybody's got a decent amount of health, and they all have the blue tunic here.
Alright, looks like MaltZi is the first one blind. With that side shield block. Love to see those.
I'm pretty sure that we've seen all the items in here.
Yep, it has been fully cleared.
Not a bad haul, though, with the book and the hammer. Might need the
hammer
book.
is really good. Hammer
Hammer's...
unlocks the other side of Death Mountain, unlocks a ton of other stuff.
Yeah, that mountain is gonna pay off big time, and they can go up there now if they want to. They can get 3 treasures in the Dark World. They could see what Turtle Rock's medallion is. They don't need Turtle Rock, but they might have to go in there. They can go over to the Light World then and get the other 7 treasures. 8, actually. We haven't seen any spells yet, and they definitely need Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Myers was Quake.
Well, they still have to do the blind fight regardless. So once you're in the dungeon, you may as well finish it up.
Yeah, blind's a crystal, so everyone who goes in here should finish the job. There's no reason not to. Just a big waste of time otherwise. All of the time that you spend getting there is going to end up costing you if you do it twice.
I think if you leave, you might have to go get blind back.
Nah, that's not true. Not if you got him into... If she hits the light, she'll stay in this. I don't know if that's vanilla. Or if they change
right,
it.
but if you warp out before doing that, though, like, then you have to do all that again. You have to return to the bottom. Something you want to skip entirely if you can help it.
Tojso has 2 red crystals.
Well, we can definitely do the super bomb now. Probably gonna head there afterwards if I was a betting man.
Yeah, it's true. We do have a mirror shield.
Ooh,
I think
hook shot in the chest.
Man, that's big. That's gonna make that Death Mountain is really appealing right now, and if they could just swim, if they just know how to swim, they could go do Swamp.
Yeah, Death Mountain, they can do everything there now. They can get all the Dark and Light World chests.
That seems like an obvious place to go, but it's paid off for me less and less lately.
Oh wow, and there's Quake on the Bombos tablet.
Well, that's the one they need. Well, now you maybe should check Mire. Maybe you should go into Mire while the other guy goes to Death Mountain.
So many options.
Red team is getting all this stuff at once.
Yeah, it looks like MaltZi is probably heading back up, which is good because they can use the Aghanim shortcut now. Make it a little faster for the super bomb. We're just gonna check Hype Cave though.
Bombos tablet's a little out of the way, but it's not too bad. I wouldn't expect players to skip it.
If you're turning in the chest, you may as well go for it.
The problem with that is,
Bombos, there it is in Hype Cave.
If you use the flute to bring the chest there, like these players are going to, you're not in the right world and you can't just switch over.
Yeah.
If you're doing Swamp Palace, that's when I like to do Bombos.
MaltZi was doing the whole sweep over where you go for the Grove, go for the Grove Cave, all that stuff.
Yep. Green team is right next to the medallion that they need, and they don't know it. Gamercal's got the hook shot. And the bug catching net. They do require flippers this time.
Headed up the Dead Mountain.
There's no way around requiring flippers as far as I know, but they could do Ice Palace without them. But the benefit for doing that in the case where they're mandatory is I don't feel like it pays off very much. I mean, if you really want to do Ice early, but it just seems unlikely that you're going to get what you need out of Ice in that case, I usually just look for the flippers. Palace of Darkness. Pendant Dungeon. Gamercal's got everything he needs to clear it.
Oh no. MaltZi's getting blocked up by the dead rocks. Still getting blocked. Oh no, I got through that time.
Test checking bombos.
That'll be a Quake medallion for green team. Get him into mire. Like Toyso's going for the super bomb. Gamercal's cleaning out Palace of Darkness. Tairr's gonna let Gamercal know about the Quake medallion. So all teams know how to get into mire. Although it looks like green team has not turned in the chest, so they're not gonna have a hook shot.
I think they did that. Well, Gamercal did. Pretty sure.
Oh, he did?
There's the flippers.
Nice.
That opens up Swamp Palace, which is an extremely good dungeon to go do.
A red bottle. We're going to the Fat Fairy Cave.
Just missing that fire rod, really. We don't need the ice rod. That fire rod would be a really nice thing to find. It would unlock 2 more dungeons. Did not find it here. Just the flippers on the mountain so far, but I think Dark Death Mountain needs to be done still on MaltZi's side. Tempered Sword for Gamercal.
Yeah, Tojso is doing Ice Palace early. Really wants to get it done. Can't say I blame them either. Don't really like Ice Palace myself.
Using bombos.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they find bombos?
Bombos was in the Hype Cave.
It's not that big a deal. I felt like it was a pain the first time I did it, but like, you only have to cast it 3 times to get everything done. You need to cast it when you enter, you need to cast it 1 more for a little bonus chest, and then you need it once on the boss, and you definitely have the mana for that. Because it's very cheap.
Well, as long as you don't touch any anti-fairies, you should be fine.
Quake is the medallion for Turtle Rock, so we are done with spells.
Yep.
Tojso doing some neat tricks there with the bombs to get the switch the way he wanted it early. Palace of Darkness so far has not done much for us. Half mana and Tempered Sword, actually. Those are luxury items, though. We need something good to come out of Palace of Darkness for Green Team.
Yeah.
The shovel could be that thing.
Potentially. And MaltZi's gonna run over, check the tablet, it looks like. Oh no. Might be going for Spike Cave. Ooh, good find on the ferry there. Yeah, definitely going for Spike Cave on MaltZi's side.
Gamercal did not feel like finishing Palace of Darkness. Maybe he knows there's no items left, I'm not sure. Immediate digging game for Gamercal. I'm surprised they're not in the mountain. Tairr's getting his hook shot now. What's the shovel for? 20 cents. Palace of Darkness.
Spike Cave and shovel, both garbage.
Yeah. One of the players on red team will probably go into Palace of Darkness at some point if they get stuck and end up with Tempered Sword. That's pretty much the big draw. Tempered Sword and half magic. It's better than nothing, but not what they wanted when they went in there for sure.
Yeah, Fire Rod would be really nice here. They're gonna need Red Cane too. I think, is Myra required or is Myra...
It is.
Okay.
They have a lot
They're
of
gonna
stuff.
need the Red Cane at some point.
It's really the Red Cane and the Fire Rod that are missing to stop them right now. Catfish check. Red tunic.
Not bad, but unfortunately no progress can be made with that.
Having a hard time finding these last two items.
There's Ether for Tojso in the Ice Palace. Could potentially be Fire Rod and Ice Palace.
It could.
Because Bombos is the only thing you require to clear it.
Tojso's doing a bomb jump here that will let him clear the dungeon a little bit faster. And there's no reason not to try because the risk is not there. You'll take 1 damage and that's it. I need to do this more myself. It's a really good move. It's going to put you right next to this really annoying chest over here that is completely by itself. 20 cents. You don't like 20 cents, but you know now that an item is gone out of the pool. Doesn't look like Ice Palace is going to help much.
Yeah, I don't know if we've hit the cap for items in Ice Palace yet.
Myra could easily have the Red Cane. Too. It's got 2 items in it. Wouldn't surprise me at this point if that's the case. Turtle Rock is out until that Red Cane is found. So that's actually good that that's the last item they're getting. And honestly, without the Fire Rod, can't do much in Turtle Rock either. You can maybe go on a little loop down the left side. Pretty far in, actually, before you finally get stuck. But with the Fire Rod and Red Cane missing, I would feel pretty comfortable that Turtle Rock is not going to be a thing you have to do.
Alright, Tojso's jumping in on Cold Stare now. With the Master Sword. Did we find an upgrade in Ice Palace, actually? Because he had the Fighter Sword earlier. Wonder if it just didn't update his tracker. Now, Cold Stare with the green tunic is really scary, though.
He's having trouble. That's the blue tunic.
Oh, does he have the blue?
Yeah, still hits for 3.
Okay.
Intended 3 damage on the... Oh, man. Trying to use the hammer for
hits.
speed, but it's dangerous.
Really risky.
These
Especially
puff
after eating a blue potion, I'd be playing it safe here. Go for the magic cape, that's smart.
Yep. this will do it. Cold Stare defeated. Do not want to die there. That's a really bad death to take.
Nope. Yeah, there's Temperate Sword, so last upgrade is in the Ice Palace. We will have Golden Sword before Ganon's Tower.
Somebody will anyway. MaltZi is finding out how awful this dungeon is. Swamp is a good place to visit. It's probably going to have a lot of goodies in it.
Yeah, Swamp is, I think it's fully clearable because they got the hammer and everything now.
Yep. It definitely looks good, and they need to do it, so I'm surprised that no one's gone in there yet. Everybody wants to check out Ice first.
Yeah, Ice and Palace of Darkness are both kind of trap dungeons, but they don't know that.
Checking out the Spike Cave over here. You had to clear Ice anyway, and they got pushed there a little bit with the items they had.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. But I would feel extremely motivated to go do a Swamp if I were in MaltZi's shoes. It looks like tojso is picking up the flippers, so maybe he's going to be the one who does that.
Yeah, Swamp would be the best gamble right now, I would say. Just because there are so many items in Swamp.
Mire's also open, but you can't clear it. Skull Woods, can't clear it. He is heading to Swamp. Gonna be the first one in there. 6 items in Swamp. It's a really painful thing to not go mode, and that's probably why the players didn't want to do it. But it looks like it's gonna have some answers. Tairr's there as well. They can't do anything in Turtle Rock without the Red Cane, and without the Fire Rod, they can't access 2 chests, which are usually keys that unlock a whole bunch of doors. Gonna not be able to do more than like half of Turtle Rock at best if you only have one of those 2 items. And if the item is the Red Cane, you aren't gonna do anything, because you can't move at all in that dungeon without the Red Cane.
Looks like Tairr and tojso are both very close in Swamp Palace together right now.
Yep, if anything's here, they're gonna find it around the same time. This dungeon is not very difficult. It's just long.
Long and has a lot of item checks. It's like just a couple of barriers with a hammer barrier beside them. Do you have that? Nope, can't finish the dungeon. Sorry.
It's also a
hookshot,
dungeon
nope, can't finish the dungeon.
it doesn't really have any fake chests like these other dungeons. House of Darkness has 5 items, but it also has like 4 chests that are keys, not to mention the compass map, and this one's just the compass and map and big key, and the rest of it's just goodies. So you have to check everywhere, and there's 2 really painful chests in here. Check, this is really slow, and they're gonna have to.
Pretty close race so far, though.
There's that golden sword. Can't help but notice that MaltZi didn't get that. I wonder why. They don't have a golden sword.
I think one of the other sword upgrades was in Palace of Darkness, and I don't know if they finished that off.
Have they not done Ice yet?
Probably not. Oh yeah, that's it, Ice Palace, that's right.
We're not gonna see much in the swamp until we get to the back side here where Tairr's at. That's where all this stuff's gonna come. Tojso's falling a little behind on this journey. There's that red cane. There's that ice rod. Less effective, but
only both those chests could have been red. Red cane is definitely good though. That'll get you to Turtle Rock, and also let you finish off Meyer.
the case for Turtle Rock having something here is extremely minimal. It would be a very picky fire rod, and obviously you wouldn't have to do all of Turtle Rock no matter what. I would do Meyer for sure because it needs to be done, and it seems like a good dungeon to go to.
Yeah, Meyer's a full clear, whereas Turtle Rock you can get a couple things with just the red cane, but I would rather be ready to go all the way in if I needed to.
Turtle Rock being optional is definitely you just don't want to go in there. That's a long place to go. Just getting there takes forever. Tairr's doing this thing where he spins and pulls these Argus blobs with the Master Sword and gets them killed in one swing. Didn't work that time, and I'm not sure why.
Oh no.
Pretty finicky. Going for the silver arrow shot. It's a tough shot.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a tough shot, he got it. There it is.
We're rapidly approaching the point of, oh, there it is, nice.
It takes 4 spins.
Hit the point where it's faster to just kill him with the sword.
Yeah. It's not a fast kill with the spins, but it's a guaranteed. You'll get him in 10 seconds. He'll land right on you, you can spin, hit him guaranteed, no problem. This is Swamp Palace theme song.
I mean, it's kind of close. It's got water, it's vegetation. It's almost like Adventure Island. Yeah, it looks like Tairr may have skipped the other side of Swamp Palace, so they're probably going to go back in now for that. Which is kind of odd. I would rather just have gamercal go and do that. And move on to, what's it called? Meyer.
He wants gamercal to know whether or not he needs to bother with the big key before he leaves. Because if he needs that too, then he would have to come all the way back in too. And now they both know that it's just a heart.
Oh, yeah, just a full heart. I believe Tojso went for the full clear. This is just now getting to Argus. So if I were Tojso, I'd be headed off to Meyer right now. Unless you really, really want to gamble on Turtle Rock, but that is a pretty big gamble.
Well, that's why Tojso fell behind, but actually he finished first, because Tairr's still working on this.
Yeah.
He skipped these, he was just hoping to find what he needed. Found the ice rod instead.
It might not be a terrible idea to have Tojso go for Turtle Rock and then have MaltZi try and partial clear Meyer.
Well, they can clear all of Meyer.
Well, no, MaltZi doesn't have the red cane yet. Like kind of scout out and see if the fire rod is in there or if it is in Turtle Rock. But I don't know.
I'd do Mire. Needs done.
But yeah, since they can at least full clear. Oh no, tojso went back in for the big key chest as well. He didn't get that either. So it looks like tairr is going for Mire. It'll be the first one in.
I bet you'll find fire on here.
That'd be my bet.
It's super unlikely that Turtle Rock's anything. I don't think so. It could be, though. It could be in the very first chest. It could be actually further down. It could be halfway down. It could be in, like, the lava room, for example. It could be down that far. And you could get all that way with just the red cane. If things laid out that way, it could happen. Could be in the Mimic Cave up there. Once you start getting to the backside, you're not going to get too much further than that.
No, this race isn't really terrible. A lot of good items at the start. Hasn't been too bad. The only real question mark here is the fire rod. And speak of the devil, there it is. In the Mire spike room, it's the fire rod. Green team is officially in go mode.
Nice.
There's the drums.
And it's a really nice Mire, too. The big key is in the very first chest. Both teams, go mode.
Yeah, so at this point, it's all just going to come down to execution. There's still a couple of crystals left. This is going to be interesting to watch.
Who did which dungeons? I need to mark gamercal's crystals off, because he has more than 2.
I don't know what gamercal has finished thus far.
1, 2, 5, and 7. It's very hard to say who's ahead, and Ganon's Tower in a run like this could play a huge difference on which player wins.
The big thing here is that both teams hit go mode at roughly the same point, which is pretty big, because that means that it's all going to come down to their knowledge and execution of how they run the game.
I feel like between a bunch of them, they've all done the same dungeons, one way or the other. There's no room for error here. They definitely have everything they need to have an easy time with everything that's left.
No move, we can't toggle frame counter. Is Tairr trying to play a movie? Is he just playing a speedrun? Oh, you cheater. Probably just mashed his keyboard. I did that a couple times with background input on SNES 9X.
Yeah, I forget what hotkey it is. I couldn't figure out how to turn it off when I had a new one on. It's on a really
going
good
to Dry's
hotkey.
house now. So it looks like 4 crystals for tairr and tojso, and gamercal, and MaltZi. 1, 2, 3. Looks like he's just trying to get his 4th here.
I think gamercal's picking up the powder. Pretty sure that's what's in King's Tomb.
Yep.
That's gonna immortalize gamercal. I was gonna say the one thing that they were missing is that for complete safety here, they got the blue tunic. The red tunic, I don't know if green team ever found it. It's kind of out of the way.
If they got the powder and the net, they can just catch as many fairies as they want.
A blue potion too.
Tojso just blowing through Skullwoods. Using that fire rod. And the fact that they partially cleared it out earlier. Tairr gets the bomb jump in first try.
Gamercal's cruising through Skullwoods as well. Maybe the first one up there. Got a lot of crystals done.
Tojso is already on Mothula. Just killed Mothula, actually. Really good fight.
This is six crystal for Gamercal. I think all he has left is Eastern, maybe.
Eastern would be a really nice last crystal because it's a super easy dungeon.
I don't know what dungeon Tojso needs.
Well, we're gonna find out soon.
Eastern for Tojso. And Gamercal is probably in the same boat, I think.
They're opting for the fire rod on Cold Stare, it's slightly faster. And the double hammer punch, or smack, on Cold Stare as well. They have to do the rest with Master Sword or Hammer though, and no cape. Unless they have a blue potion.
A 1 hour time is not impossible, and in 2 versus 2, it's really, really ridiculous in either case, but the 2-on-2 part really helps a lot with getting that to, you know, we might see that sometime. I think we have seen a 62-minute time in this tournament at some point. I forget exactly what the fastest time was. It's been a while. It was a while ago in versions too, it wasn't this version. I don't think we were running 26 when we started.
Yeah, they've gone, I want to say they've gone through 2 updates?
At least one. I'm pretty sure that 25 is what we started with, if not 24.
Okay. I do like the metagame of people just typing stuff in Discord without actually saying anything to make the other team panic. Like, oh no, they're done.
Yeah, when you're getting your time down to those last couple minutes to get yourself under an hour, you're really relying on RNG, and something that's random, it's really annoying and hard to get it to get a good time.
Yeah.
I used to run a game that was completely RNG, and I got to the point where skill was limiting no more, and it was just map layout was all that mattered, and that's what we got going on here. Is like the perfect seed is required, and the perfect seed for a 2-on-2 would be different too than a normal. Like it would be. I'm not even sure how you'd set it up, but an hour time is ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure that we haven't seen anything faster than 65 minutes or so. Something like that in this.
No, I'm fairly sure gamercal has all the crystals. It just we have to manually update his tracker, so.
He's missing 6. He needs Tower Hera.
Oh right, yeah.
That's a very good dungeon to save for last. I knew he was missing something. I just couldn't figure out which one it was.
tojso, I believe, does have all the crystals though.
It's gonna be a close race, and Ganon's Tower is gonna make a big deal here for the teams. I think tojso is gonna get there first because it's gonna take gamercal a little bit to do Tower Hera. Not that long. It doesn't help that he fell there though, unfortunately. Got bullied by those, whatever those are called, crystal boys. I don't remember what those things are called. I always forget.
Ropes.
I don't think that's right.
Everything's a rope until proven otherwise.
Are you sure they're not called giant balls? Because that's an enemy in this game.
Well, no, that makes sense. It has to be something stupid like those are actually, I don't know, squares. Alright, tojso, first in Ganon's Tower, my bet will always be #1 for Big Key Chest. Place your bets.
I think MaltZi is in last here. I think he needs to do Tower of Hera as well. And as fast as that is, he's an entire dungeon behind now. Behind gamercal at this point.
MaltZi still has to do that. Well, gamercal did take a little bit of a fall there earlier, so it might help even it up.
Now I'm gonna update gamercal tracker there. Gamercal's ready to go. Throw your guesses out for these chests. Where are they at? Which one's gonna have the big key?
Put a big word that just says "go" over every tracker. Already.
Got a tiny key. Just can't find this thing.
I feel like Bob Ross is about to teach me how to paint.
It's the Ganon motivation. Where the heck is that key? Is it on the right side? No.
Are we gonna get a final chest key? Is that where it's gonna be?
tojso used a really weird route. I'm not really understanding the method. It's a strange one. He's having a rough time getting through here. He has to be very careful with that cape. That it seems like it's mandatory to use it there. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do there other than that.
It is possible to do it without the cape, it just is really hard.
I don't like going that way. Just because of that room. I don't understand that room. I have to use mana there or else. Players are having a hard time getting this key.
tojso is also really low on health, and I don't know if they have a fairy. They can't powder that anti-fairy, because they don't have the powder, but they don't even have magic either.
They have no way to heal.
Probably just intentionally die after they find the big key. That'd be the safe bet, if they don't have any medicine on them. Good Armos fight, though.
Is it in here? There it is. It's boss guarded. So he switched off of the left side to check right instead of going all the way through left. Which is an uncommon move.
He might have just been hoping to get the chest in one of the, or the key in one of the earlier chests, and then realized it wasn't there.
MaltZi took a fall, a bad one too. It's the double fall. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
no.
It's gonna go
That's
way
gonna
down
cost
to
it.
floor 2. Well, floor 4, I guess technically, but it doesn't feel like floor 4. With the gold sword, he only needs to land a couple hits on Moldorm to kill him, but it still didn't work out. Sometimes that thing just push you out.
Alright, there it is. MaltZi's ready for Ganon. Unfortunately, so is everyone else.
Green team is still looking for this thing. Oh, tairr fell down there without checking the chest. Lucky for him that that's not where the big key is. But that would really hurt.
Probably cussing up a storm, and then going into this room, and then uncussing.
Yeah, but he was trying to put down a bomb and sneak past Bob, but it didn't work out. Got his key though. He needs another one. He needs a tiny key. Knows where to get it. He's good. It's unfortunately looking a little rough for red team here because green team is already moving up with both players.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that there were any really huge mistakes or anything. It was just little bits and errors here and there that caused it.
Yeah, Tojso's method in Ganon's Tower, I think. It's a really hard dungeon to call. Obviously, it's random as heck, and I've seen it ruin races as much as anything else. He left from where he was going to get his big key to check right side. Lost another minute or two there. Just did not have a good time in Ganon's Tower at all. It really cost him some time. Could have used that time to maybe get his partner a chance here, but it didn't work out. So now they're counting on green team making some mistakes. It's their best bet. Because MaltZi needs to get that key from way in the back and then start the climb. It's gonna be a whole Ganon's Tower back. Unfortunately, it needs to come back here and do these squares too.
Like here, MaltZi makes another error with the switches there. Try to get too fancy.
Cal has been picking up blue potions pretty consistently. I'm pretty sure he has one in the pipe. He does. Not to mention he has half mana, gold sword, blue tunic, 10 hearts. He is the one who's loaded on the green team. Cal had to use his blue potion on Skull Woods, but he went and stopped and got another one, so he's actually got a backup potion still.
That was nice.
Tojso's only a room ahead. Maybe the first one to clear, but it's not going to be enough time. His partner still doesn't have the big key. Has to do the
It's
entire
gonna take
climb
some
still.
serious mistakes for green to have red catch up at this point, I think.
It would take a death on Ganon or something extremely painful like that to make up for an entire tower climb. It's a long tower.
Green team respectfully validating their run.
Oh, you got to. Sometimes it's the gold sword, sometimes it's a heart piece that gives you a full heal. Gotta do it every time, I tell you. Makes you
That's
feel
your
good
karma.
anyway.
Alright, Tojso takes egging him down. Should be the first kill on Ganon.
Very close race, but it's going to come down to this Ganon Tower and MaltZi just being a dungeon behind. Just a little slower. The locations they checked in the overworld didn't pan out either. I don't think Green Team ever checked Catfish. That's one that I know for sure that Red Team bothered with. Gamercal had a really nice fake flippers move at the start, where he didn't need the Moon Pearl to check in the waterfall cave. I've never seen that before, and that bought them a lot of time. Tojso takes a death. I hope he has a fairy in the pipe.
Ooh.
I know how that happened. He doesn't. That's gonna seal it for sure. That's really not something they can afford. So
yeah,
he saw an opportunity to sneak in and get 2 spins on the tempered, and that would have just completely wiped it out. But he didn't quite squeeze in there, and Ganon does a lot of damage. If you can get like where Ganon is right now, you can spin twice and hit him for honestly a third of the life of the phase in one swing, and you can do it twice. Just about wipe it out guaranteed, but with the red sword it's really not worth the risk. You got plenty of time to. Man, he's having a hard time.
Ooh, that's another death. Yeah, that's gonna be really rough.
Pressure's on. You can feel the nerves when they're on these fight and you don't want to screw up the Ganon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at this point I think tairr is even gonna possibly outdo him here.
That's the wrong music. Hold on a second. We'll play something better.
Really? There it is. Gamercal is first done. He's a banana prince.
Really quick time. At 1:22.
Don't fall
1:22:15.
off. That'd be awful if that bug happened. You just ran off the edge.
If you're too close to the door, it definitely doesn't open. I know that for sure. But sometimes it doesn't
Yeah.
open anyway, and I don't know what causes that. And sometimes you get stuck if you're messing around with items that you shouldn't be messing around. I think it was the cape that screwed up the team that had a glitch. Cape was doing something where they couldn't move.
Well, tojso might actually finish before tairr, but unfortunately, just going to be too much time difference here. Green is going to have it, barring any catastrophic mistakes by tairr here.
Oh no! Man, that sucks.
Oh no, tojso
A pixel too close to the boot of Ganon.
tripping at the finish line.
Oh, that's miserable. He had it too. It was over. He got killed by a stunned Ganon, pretty much.
You cannot hug the Prince of Darkness. You can't do it.
It was Banana Prince screwed him up. This is definitely Green Team's game, officially. They have done it.
Yep.
Well, we have at least 2 games left in this tournament. With that, it's going to be tairr and Gamercal moving on against Team Wildcard, Wild Anaconda, and Alucard 2004 as the finals match for this lower bracket, and whoever wins that will be having the finals matches, matches with Problems and Spooty. We have our winner for today.
The big one. Oh no, tojso again.
Man, he's just
Just
not
take
able to
your
get
time.
it.
Going for a fairy from the tree, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I believe that was actually changed to always give a fairy.
It is, yeah, it definitely has. That's absolutely a thing. Well, with 4 deaths on Ganon, he's no longer going to get first, second, or maybe even third because MaltZi's on his way. Really unfortunate Ganon deaths here. Needed every second he could spare. Had to get first. And had to get first by a good bit because MaltZi's just not getting here. We do go by average time, so there was a chance if they got first and third. I'm gonna pull tairr and gamercal in here. In just a second, we'll interview them.
Yep.
Oh, nice work. You did it.
Yo, thanks.
Well done.
Tojso was
that
poised to
was-
take first, but he had some trouble with Ganon. You guys ended up taking it from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's working on. This is the 4th attempt, I think.
I think it's actually the
Wow.
5th. He had a lot of trouble,
Number
yeah.
5.
Ouch.
Decided to slip at the end.
Hmm.
It's those racing nerves.
Yeah, actually died on the final shot. This is-
Oh.
walked into him.
Like against the stunned Ganon, it's really rough.
He finally got it
Yeah.
though. Tojso is finished.
There he goes.
And MaltZi will be wrapping up soon. But you guys had a pretty good run. It was close the whole time. It was Ganon's Tower really
Hmm.
is when you guys caught up completely. to,
Yeah,
but-
I thought it would be something like that because there wasn't much in the seed that was really trolly per se. The flippers was probably the worst of it, and that wasn't really bad because it's like, hey, East F Mountain, that's an easy spot to go check anyway, so hooray.
Yep. It was a pretty fast seed, all things considered.
Yeah, so the Ice Palace thing was kind of interesting because I was going to do that anyway because we needed to diversify a little bit and there really wasn't anything else that I could have done that, you know, wasn't already done at that point. So I was going to just do the Fate Flippers over there anyhow, and then tairr said he got the Flippers. So I was like, well, now this is an even stronger play then. Of course, I didn't have anything in the end, but it was either that or Swamp that I couldn't go into at the time. So one of them had to have something, and I just got the short end of the stick. I feel like I could say for a lot of this seed I got the short end of the stick, but I got some safeties out of it, so can't really complain too much.
Yeah, you were the first one into Palace of Darkness, and all you got out of there were, well, luxuries. They weren't useless,
Yeah.
but
Hey, Tempered Sword was pretty good for the time,
Yeah.
considering Cold Stare having the other sword. That was not the easiest of fights to do at that point, so that was nice. And yeah, Half Magic was good, although until Ganon's Tower I never really used it, so I don't know. But yeah, not really a whole lot out of there. It just seemed like the seed was saying, hey, we can complete this dungeon, so just go ahead and go for it. But yeah.
GG, guys.
Yeah, GG. That was a good run.
really close the whole time.
Definitely- Yeah, definitely an interesting seed for this version. Wasn't really much that was a particular pain in the butt to find, so...
Fire Rod was sitting in Mire waiting for everybody, and nobody went in there for a while.
Yeah, I kind of half thought about it, but I really wanted to make sure that I could finish that dungeon before going in. So, yeah, and we effectively treated it as go mode at that point because it was either there or it was in Turtle Rock. I really didn't think it was in Turtle Rock. I've had it before, but it's so unlikely that that's going to be the case that I just went, no, we're just committing to this now. We're going into the Mire. That's it. It's there. We're done. So, and we were. So,
I would've
Did
hated
you
to
guys
see.
do it at the same time or something?
yeah, because we effectively eliminated every other place except there or Turtle Rock by the time we got round to that. Because, let's see, I was about to start doing Ice Palace when tairr was up on Death Mountain, got the flippers. tairr went into Swamp as I was finishing up in Ice Palace, found Samaria, so that was basically the last spot that we really had. That or Catfish, I guess. I don't think I've ever checked that, but that seems
Catfish
unlikely.
had, red mail, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I could have made... No, because Moth was doing set damage to me anyway, so... Yeah.
yeah, I went into pod and that lost a lot of time for us.
Oh, don't worry, I did as well.
Yeah, the roads were pretty solid for both teams. It's just the execution. That's what mostly came down to.
Yeah, and my Ganon fight was absolutely terrible.
Oh, that's
it was
when
the worst Ganon fight I've ever had.
you went from first to third right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we needed that time to have a chance since they finished so close to each other. I don't know if we could have gotten it though, since you two were so close and I was pretty far behind there.
It would
Yeah, I
have been
think
rough.
even with the time difference, I don't think it would have done it.
Yeah, I had to double dip into Eastern because I forgot. I got the bow to do Eastern Palace the first time, but then I warped out with Mirror when I got it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like, I don't know, 1.5, 2 minutes to just go there again.
Yeah, I was busy sequence breaking at that point, with doing stuff like the water walking and whatnot, which
Oh, that was a really good move.
I imagine that was quite entertaining to look at, because I don't think that's one that's too common to see, because boots are never early in this version.
I've never seen that before, ever. I didn't know that was a thing. So, thanks for the lesson.
You can actually use that to get the item on Zora Ledge too, but you need to combo it with Fate Flippers to get up there.
You can also use it if you don't have the hammer or the flippers and you need to go to the pyramid or pod area. You can use it there too.
Yeah, I was actually going to do that, but Tairr already did the north side, so I was like, there's not really much point in doing this anymore. Because he checked Skull Woods before I'd gotten there, because I was doing, I can't remember what I was doing at the time. I think I was doing desert, killing Landmo, checking that stuff, and he went Dark World, did Skull Woods, did the north side. It was like, well, that kind of ruins any chance of me doing the water walk over there to check Catfish. So, you know, I'll just save that one for another time. But yeah, it's definitely a fun little trick to do if you get the boots early enough.
You just dash as soon as you hit the water?
Yeah, so the idea is so if you want to do it the way I did it, you dash downwards next to a pit in either in Mini Moldon Cave or in the Ice Rod Cave, and then you jump south into the water, and you're walking at that point. If you want to do it on the overworld, you need to basically be dashing into a pit on the overworld, like say the one going into Skull Woods. And then the same thing, you jump downwards off of a cliff, and you get to walk on water.
It's a little more precise than that on the overworld.
It is, yeah.
You have to either dash past the hole and bonk, or do like a little startup dash, but not actually dash, and be right next to the hole.
You can do a sort of hit confirm on it if you want to, by going up and down one of the dock ladders. If you hold your sword out, even if you don't have a sword, then you get basically super speed going up and down the ladder. So that's how you can confirm that you've got it before you commit to dashing all the way over.
Yeah, and you have a good video on how to do it too on your YouTube.
Do, yes. Yeah, as soon as I actually discovered how to do that a bit more consistently for myself, and then got shown how to get the Zora Ledge item without having flippers at all, I was like, right, I have to do this video now. It's got to get done, because this is too good not to share, you know?
That Moon Pearl was taking everybody a while. I was giving everybody the runaround.
Oh, you know what's funny with that? I actually really wanted to see Titansmith on the pyramid for Checkerboard Cave to have it. That was pretty close, but I was saying, because that's one of my favorite places to find moon pearls on Checkerboard Cave, because like it's so easy to forget about that. It's a really funny location to see it. So I was secretly hoping Titansmith were there, and when Tairr got there just a bit before me and said it's actually Titansmith, I was like, "You serious?" I was like, "Yes, okay, that's cool. We have a fun secret."
Yeah, when MaltZi had just finished agging him and gotten to the pyramid, he said it was Mitts, and I thought, uh-oh, we missed something, didn't we? And then he reminded me about Checkerboard and Desert. It's like, oh yeah, okay, now we're good.
Nice. It's such a fun location for that. I don't know. It's like seeing Titansmith in King's Tomb, or the like Hookshot and Hookshot Cave, I guess, is a fairly obvious one.
Yeah, I've had the Hookshot and Hookshot Cave once, I think.
Yeah.
That's fun.
it just, like, I love seeing, and I think Hammer and Magic Bat is another one that's kind of cool. Like, I love seeing these really weird locations for items that you just don't expect them to be, because you expect to need that item to get there, you know? So this was very close to that same thing, basically that same thing, really, because, you know, we had to go into desert via the back door in order to get there, so same sort of deal in the end.
Well, hey, that was a really good race. It wasn't as close as the last one. It was still pretty dang close.
We tried.
MaltZi, tojso, thanks for playing. You guys are 5 and 2 at the end of this thing. That's not bad.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very fun. Hopefully you will do more of these.
I just
Like 4-on-4 race would be something.
it could be done. It could be.
Scheduling, however, would even be more of a nightmare than this current one has been.
No, that has to be very strict scheduling. for
Just
that
have
to
a league for each group and just take 4 out of whoever's on the line. That's the way I'd run that, because getting 8 people together is a bit rough.
Yeah.
gamercal, tairr, you guys will be playing Team Wildcard for the finals on the lower bracket.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I need revenge on Wild anyway, because he knocked me out of the last tourney, so definitely looking forward to this one.
I'll go ahead and make that room tonight, and we'll get it scheduled, see when that gets done. And whoever wins that will go to the finals against Problems and Spooty, who are undefeated right now. Maybe you guys can fix
Yeah,
that.
we need our grudge match on that one, because they're the reason we're down here in the first place. So
Aren't they the reason that we're down here too?
It's true.
probably.
It is. Yes, that's accurate.
Well,
Pretty
I
sure
got
they've beaten everybody in this room at some point.
I got my revenge on Probsons already in the other tournament.
That's fair.
Well, I'll get that ready for you, and we'll get that going. It's good. It's good finally be doing these again. We took a little break there for a while, but we're getting back in the swing of it. There's 2 matches left here.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to get this one done relatively quickly, because yeah, I was saying at the start of this, it's like I almost forgot my opening strat for this, because it's been so long since we played this. I was like, what did I do at the beginning here again? It's like, oh yeah, okay, Houlihan to South Shore, right.
I did Houlihan to Eastern, personally.
I was considering it, because I think I did that in one of the other races, but I sometimes get a little bit RNG trolled by some of the enemies that like 3 hearts, no weapons and stuff, so I figured it would be a bit safer just to do the South Shore stuff first, and then, you know, go for Eastern a little bit later, maybe with like 5 hearts or something.
Well, hey, thanks for racing, everybody. If you're watching the stream, you want some runners to follow, the names are right up there. I'll drop them in chat too. And we're gonna get that match scheduled as soon as we can. I don't have the time yet, but whenever all 4 people are around, I'll just let you guys do it, because scheduling 4 people, I'm dealing with that on the player side in the secondary tournament right now, and it's always difficult.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Yeah, and GG again, guys. That was a really good race.
Yeah.
GG and good luck for the rest of it.
GG and good luck.
Thank you.
As for me, I'm gonna go offline just for 5-10 minutes, and then we're gonna set up AI Arena. So anybody who's interested in betting on the bots, we got a new season coming up, so we're starting fresh. Everybody's gonna get a fresh chance at that. I just handed out $60 in prizes to my winners from last week, so we're looking for some new prize winners, man. It's time to start it fresh. So I'll announce that on Twitter.
Nothing and you can get free stuff.
That's right. All you gotta do is be lucky. Because nobody can call these. I'll see you then. Just 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back.